Hello everyone, Warangel here, and welcome back to the jungle adventures of Clan Pestilens. Now let me start off the episode for apologising for it being a day late, which isn't a good start to the campaign when I'm already running late with videos. This one was on me, because on Thursday I had the first jab for the corona vaccine, and I heard people say about how these side effects are going to hit you like a truck the next day for many people, and I thought, nah, I'll be fine, I'll be able to record, no problem. It still hit me like a truck. So I really felt crap yesterday. I'm feeling better today, but if I end up doing things which might be a little weird in the game, that's probably because of that. I'm going to blame that at least. But my apologies for that, and I will be uploading on schedule for the future, with this video coming out as soon as it does today, and Musilon coming out later as planned, and we'll carry on next week as usual. So that was the first thing I wanted to bring up. The second thing was, it was mentioned in the comments of the last video if I was going to allow viewer submissions for this campaign, like I've done in previous ones. And yes, I am, basically. Because it's always great to get your input for campaigns, and I love the creativity you guys bring to the campaigns, as well as it's just nice to see your characters in the videos as well. So I managed to use my time a bit productively to create Google Forms for this campaign and Musilon. So if you're interested in submitting a character or a unit or even a settlement name to the campaign, then go down to the comment section of the video where you'll see the top comment pinned by me with a link. Click the link and it'll take you to a Google form. All you need to do is fill in the details, save it, and those details will go to a master list that I can access. So it'll just give me an opportunity to be able to, swap out names, show backstories and things like that. So if you're interested in seeing a submission of yours featuring the campaign at some point when I recruit relevant characters and that, then go and check it out. Now, for one of the viewers, Herald of Stormvermin, who posted a character in the last episode, I've already added yours to the list, so you don't have to worry about submitting it again, okay? And I'll be interested to see how it goes once I recruit a new Warlord character. Now, with all that said and done, let's actually get into the episode today. So we managed to get things off to a good start, didn't we? We secured most of our starting province and started making our way into Grakmol Crater. Now what I would like to do, ideally, is secure the rest of the province here and make our way over to the coast where Spittle, I believe, is the clan. Yeah, 4 Clan Spittle currently resides here. Now the marks of the old ones I'm not particularly fussed about, but where this glowy bit of light is, as you can see here, that is the altar of the Horned Rat, which if we take it, we can build the landmark building that allows us to get more warpstone coming in, which we need for our rituals. So that is my priority, and if we can take that today, that would be fantastic. But even if we make significant headway, I'll be happy. But before we head over there, we do need to deal with this dwarven incursion outside our capital. So, Skrolk, let's get you, I think. Actually, let's move you into the settlement here of Subaton. Reason being is because we want to gain a bit of extra replenishment, so we'll let you do that. And we'll move our new chieftain, Scalpake. Or Scalpake? I'm going to call him Scalpake. We're going to move you inside as well. Excellent. Now, the good thing about Scalpake here is that he has the trait Weapon Master, which makes him extremely good at dealing with infantry. Now, I want to see if we can improve him a bit better. We have no followers, but what items do we have? Featherfoe Talk, not that useful, but we'll take it for now. But we did have this armor for Skrolk. Now, ideally, I want Scalpake to be involved in battles more than Skrolk and fighting, so I'm actually going to let him have that armor. So you can think of it as a gift from Lord Skrolk thing for his continuing service, But yeah, we'll send him off there in the following turn. Now, the other thing I need to remember to do today is to address the issue of food. This was something that was brought up by longtime commenter Alvo Rio in the previous episode, and I've been negligent because at the moment we're experiencing a shortage, which, as you can see, provides a bunch of debuffs. Now, we want to focus on food, especially early game, because it does allow us to colonize settlements up to much higher tiers using food, as well as be able to use the menace below and summon in more clan rats. Now, here in Subaltern, we do have the pastures, which we can build the resource building and get more food in, I believe. In fact, let me just double check this one here. Here, resource. So we can get meat. I'm sure that's supposed to say meat sites, but hey-oh. But yeah, +4 food, growth, replenishment. That will give us 5, and that will give us 6. So yeah, we definitely want to try and get that. So I will get rid of the scavenge pile and replace it instead. So that's that. Over here, we could try and get some more food, because I believe this building provides more food. But because it's a tier 3 settlement max, I'm going to put these in minor settlements and instead focus on things like arcane generators and this particular skill tree here. So you're going to get this instead for the public order. Now, I did want to colonize here, and I would rather try and do it as quickly as we can in case Spittle or Itza up here gets any ideas. So what I can do, I think we saw in the pop-up, yeah. Our Gracious Squat is available for duties, so if we go to here, he must be Ruin. Ah, there he is. We recruit him. I'm going to give him a couple of Skaven slaves as well, and his job is just to go around and colonize. Now, the reason why I've given him slaves is because the more manpower, or rat power in this case we have, the cheaper the colonizing is. Now, it's not going to make too much of a difference, but it might make it, you know, be a big, especially since these are really cheap to recruit. So we'll let him do that. And I think that's everything we needed to do this turn, so let's just hit that. Now, while we colonize the rest of the southern Great Jungles, I am a little worried about Itza declaring war on us. Not only because they start off as a powerful faction, but they are led by the legendary lizard man Gorok. And I do not want to face him in combat if I can avoid it. But hopefully we might get lucky and they do not declare war on us. Now this is interesting. Warlord Clan Fester seek refuge. Now I'm trying to remember, is Fester the one? Sorry, I'll explain why. I'm going to accept the refugees anyway, because while any of these options are very Skaven-esque, I like the idea of a political rival for Skrolk come groveling for support after their faction has been destroyed. So we're going to accept the refugees. Don't know if we actually got anybody from it, but I'll have to check. But the reason why I was thinking Fester is because Mixu's Lord Pack introduced a character whose clan appears in the End Time books for Warhammer Fantasy, and I think they're called Fester. Now, if you have read the End Times, they're the Skaven clan that have one of the relics of Nagash, and so Manfred goes down in order to fight them. And it's a very cool sequence where he resurrects the skeletal dragon that the Skaven had at their stronghold and things like that. But in this game, the mod allows the character to actually use bones from battles to do certain rituals, which was really, really cool. I was tempted to play as them for this campaign, but they start off over in the Southlands, and we spent a lot of time over there, so I thought we'll go with Pestilens instead. But if we recruited their faction leader, that would be quite cool. But, Skrolk, let's move you now to the mortuary. We could go after Zottel straight away, but this one seems more vulnerable to Spittle. So we'll send you off over there. Then while you do that, Skrolk, go and kill me some bearded folk. This should be a pretty straightforward battle. We outnumber them massively. Oh yeah, definitely. Goodbye. Alright, that's Drakebeard defeated. They have provided us some food, but I'm going to go enslave the captives in order to get a bit more food coming. We picked up a Beard Thing sacrifice. Very cool. Leadership +4, not as useful I think, but make them in handy. Right, but we are bold. That's good. Right. Now while we're going to go for the marks of the old ones first, or even just skip that and go straight to the altar, I'm going to send them up this way. Because now that we've finished building the, whatchamacallit... Oh, hang on. Can we force march a bit more? We can, right. Because now that we've built the hidden lair, so we can recruit Clan Eshin troops, I want to swap out our Skaven slaves with slings for Night Runners. They are going to cost more for upkeep, but they are also much better. So for battle purposes, so I think that would make a good compromise. Now, Lord Skrolk. Okay, looks like we're going to be starting the quest chain for the Liber Barbonicus. That would be quite cool. We do have some unique skills. We can cause terror with loathsome appearance. Unlock hero recruitment for plague priests everywhere. What's the second level? Increased recruitment rank and minus 10% upkeep for plague monks or armies. We definitely want to go for that then at some points. Skaven corruption is a bit hit and miss. But while I feel tempted to go for this first, what I'm actually going to do is focus on the magic tree, because as suggested by Wheel as well, one main advantage Skaven have is the amount of summonable units you can bring to battle. Now, with particular with the Menace below, but we also can use things like Vermintide, which allows us to summon 3 units. And if you're doing the Law of Plague spells, Pestilent Birth here is the one that allows us to summon in Plague Monks as well, which would be really, really cool. So I would like to try and get those done. So let's go for Vermintide and Evasion. There we go. We can then pick up Pestilent Birth, and I'm thinking either magical reserves or warpstone tokens, so we can get those extra magic points. Yeah, that would be quite useful. As for Scalping, I'll definitely give you Tail Weapon. Out of your stats, melee defense is your worst, so let's put a point in Elusive for now. Right, what else? Let's build those meat styes for now. Definitely really want to... I do feel tempted to build this, but we need the money at the moment to colonize, so we're going to leave it for now. That's one thing I like about the Vortex campaign in particular compared to the Mortal Empires, is just how quickly the end turn phase goes. I mean, with Warhammer 3 coming out later this year, and I've already pre-ordered my copy on cdkeys.com for those who are interested, especially here in the UK. We'll deal with that in a second. But for those of you in the UK, cdkeys.com is offering at the moment for £31.99, and I've had nothing but good experiences with that website, so it might be worth checking out if you're interested. They'll send off the code when it's available for pre-order, and because you got it in the first week, you should still get the pre-order bonus as well that they've been doing with the Warhammer ones. You know, when you get it either on pre-order it or the first week that you buy it. So if you're interested, check it out. But I'm really excited for Warhammer 3 and seeing what it brings. That's definitely a series that's going to be appearing on the channel. But Liber Barbonicus, coming back to this game though, I'll let you read through the description here. It looks like we've basically tricked a expedition from the old world to head down towards the mortuary here, which is quite funny because we're about to colonize it. Ooh, plague violates. Lovely. The main thing, though, is we need to build a pox cauldron, which is fine by us. We need to build this building to recruit plague monks. And we're going to be building that at Oxil once we actually... Or Oxil? Yeah, I'm going to call it Oxil. We'll recruit it there once we upgrade it to a tier 3 settlement, which hopefully isn't going to be too long. Alright, let's get through those. Let's see. We do have a mission, I believe, to search the ruins, but because of its location, I'm going to go ahead and colonize it first. We can always check out the ruins over here at Exotl later on. Now, because we need the food, I'm going to go for storage caves so we can easily get it in the following turn. Plus, as we make our way through, that's going to add a bit to our casualty replenishment. So, that will work out nicely. Let's switch you over here a minute. Start marching you through here. And we'll start disbanding the Skaven slave slingers and replacing them with night runners. So let's do all 4 of you at the same time. This one here. We could go for normal night runners. They have the ability to throw shuriken basically and throw knives and that. So they got better weapon strength, but their ammunition is quite poor. And as well as their range. I'd rather just go for these. The same fighting abilities basically. Hang on, why have you got minus here? I just wonder why their leadership has got a red line there for no reason. But we'll crew through for the moment, continue along then as we do. So that's that. You've colonized that. You've built that. Okay, you got one more turn to go there. And we've got 6 more turns before we can upgrade the capital. Sure. Good everything is nice and quick. Who did this? Cultus Sotek. Yeah, we're going to have to watch out for those. Ooh, 7 Sentinels have done the same. Why? I'm going to have to check out who are the 7 Sentinels that are currently at war with. Because we've got a mission, if you remember, finish them here. So where we've got 17 turns to destroy them. But the 7 Sentinels are currently at war with another faction. Yep, they're actually at war with the Cold One Once, which is a rebel faction, and the Kraken Lord's Dread Host. This is Lockyer Felhard's army. I'm quite happy to let Lockyer defeat them, because if he kills them off, we still get the rewards for finishing that mission. So, yeah, I'm more than happy to let that continue. You head down here then for me now, Skrolk. Alright, Skrolk will head over towards here. And we'll recruit another unit of Night Runners as well. There we go. Right. I suppose actually, just for the moment, I think I'll recruit a normal Night Runners, just so we can have our full stack available to us. You can have that, and we'll give you Warp Lightning as well. So yeah, you're going to head up there in the following turn. Here, how much is that going to cost? 1,600. How much is that going to cost me to colonize? 3,000. Bear in mind, we do have 2 turns before we have to worry about that. Ugh. Nah, I'm going to leave for the moment. Just because the math doesn't quite work out, I'd rather get the settlement colonized rather than get these resource building upgraded. Oh, in fact, we can now just do both. There we go, 7 Sentinels have been destroyed. Which, mission issued? Okay. Okay. Was I wrong then? Wait, no, here, look. Mission successful. So we picked up the 2,000. So, let's send you up here now in order to search the ruins. Just give me a nice puzzle. Let's have a look. Oh, damn it. I hate this puzzle. This is probably my second worst one after the Sudoku one. But for those of you who haven't experienced this one before, what you basically need to do is imagine how this one looks aligned. And I think it would be much better if they allowed you to align it manually rather than have to just imagine. But basically it'd be like, if you turn this around so it was looking straight on, you got like these 2 lines, for example, popping down. So when you do that, you then picture these 2 red lines coming side by side. To be honest, I think the gap is a little bit more. So I don't know if that's going to match up. So, but if it did, you have to then think, right, so it will go something like here. So it'll be something like this one, right? So is that one of the symbols? No. Okay, so, in fact, oh, is it this one? None of the symbols. So let's try yellow. Okay, slightly more thing. I think blue might be the better one, actually, to try and aim for. So that comes around, blue. I think it'll be this one. Let's try it. Failed. Never mind. I'm not that fussed. I mean, we got the main reason I was doing it was for the money, and we got it. So I'm not that fussed. Now, for technology, what do we want to go for? Casualty replenishment's nice. Extra leadership. I'm actually going to go for hit and run. Yeah, plus 10% speed. Skaven naturally are very, very fast, and they've got that race bonus where if they're running away from battle, they get an extra, I think it's 10% bonus on for speed. So it always ensures pretty much that they will run away from their enemies. And we can do the fact that we can increase our speed then by an extra 10% is going to be really, really fast. We're going to be zooming around the place, you know? Right. Let's move you down here for the moment. We are going to be trespassing, but since we're going to go to war with them anyway, I'm really not fussed. But the reason why I want to move down here first is because I don't know what's better. Going for the altar straight away, or taking out the mark of the old ones. Now, they do have a 15 stack. And I think it'll be relatively straightforward to go after them. Even with the extra garrison they have. It's only a few units. Clan Rats, 1 unit Night Runners, 2 units Night Runners. I think it will be okay. We'll see about maybe going after the altar itself. I'd rather take that straight away than anything else. But yeah, let's hit enter. But yeah, Warhammer 3. Like I said, in the first episode thing, I saw the trailer for that Games Workshop and Creative Assembly did, and it does look fantastic. Watching, Katarina fighting the Bloodthirster, it just sent a tingle down my spine, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with it, especially with any new updates to the mechanics. And just imagine, though, when they finished doing the Mortal Empires, integration, just imagine how massive the game world is going to be at that point. It's going to be ridiculous. I mean, oh god, imagine the end turn waiting time. Oh god, that's going to be an experience. Ooh, Alter the Horned Rat is vulnerable right now. Okay, can we attack it No, we need to get 2 turns away. What I'm going to do, let's force march, just to get a little bit of extra movement. Hopefully then we can attack it in the following turn, secure it, and then we'll come back down then and take out the marks of the old ones. In fact, who are you currently at war with?
Show me your paw.
You are at war with the Kraken Lord's dread host, right. If that means their armies are going to be heading off down here to fight them, that's fine by me. That's completely fine by me, in fact. Alright, let's send you now to colonize here. Again, because of food, we're not going to upgrade the settlements. Just go ahead and colonize. Secure the whole province. You guys can now go. Yeah, not too fussed about them losing loyalty. There we go. There we go. We've secured Jungle Fever. So what we need to do now is issue a commandment. That's easy enough to do. But if we go here... Which one? Here it is. We need expansionist planning commandment to unlock the dominating scheme. So, which one is that? No, it's exploitative. Martial expansionist. Okay, what's this one? Public order. Let's go for that one, just so we can unlock the scheme. We'll go and build those as well. I got one more turn until we can upgrade Oxel. That'd be great, because then, like I said, we can then build our hands then on the Pox Cauldron, get our hands on Plague Monks and Plague Priests, and we'll be able to head up then Plague Martyrs. Oh yeah, that's our equivalent of the exploding, or the bloated corpses from the Vampire Coast. Be very interesting to see how they look like on the battlefield. The one I'm really excited for, and I think, in fact, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that actually. I'm going to demolish the hidden layer. I'm going to replace it, you see. Because if we go for Clan Molders stuff, and basically grant them this province, in my mind, that will allow us to get a whole bunch of different units. You can see here, we get things like giant rats, wolf rats and stuff. But later on, when we get to the top tier, thanks to the mods that I've got, we can build things like the Chimera Rat, which is a giant rat hydra combination. Things like that. Hell Pit Abominations. We've got Storm Fiends. I'm really excited to see what the mod it has for those. So yeah, I'm going to allow them to have the region. We can give maybe over here then to Clan Scry, and then up here then, or wherever we take next, can go to Eshen next. But yeah, let's go for that. Like I said, what I would like to do then, ideally, is actually... Oh, hello. Looks like they might be heading up towards the marks of the old one. That's going to be slightly annoying, because if they end up trying to take that before we do, that means we're going to have to fight the Kraken Lord's Dread Fleet earlier than I expected to. Because obviously I want that. Oh. You absolute bastards. it wouldn't surprise me if that was actually Scrot. It's not our general, but it's the fact that the same... Maybe it's a twin brother. But, bugger. We're going to have to go back now and deal with that too, aren't we? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Alright, skip through all of these. Okay, let's go and deal with the altar, first of all. Can we reach it this turn now? Definitely. Right. We've got 1,600 coming in. And we've got plenty of cash. We could recruit a new army. But let me build my Molder troops. Excuse me. Yeah, so this is going to be Clan Squire. That's going to be Clan Eshen. That's our general troops. Yeah, breeding stock. There we go. Right. Let's upgrade Skrolk before we fight the battle. And then declare war. No one is going to join in. That's fine by me. Now, while it's attempting to build the siege equipment and stuff like that, in fact, let me just check something quick. Do you guys have enough movement? You could if you force march. Right, let's just fight the battle straight away then. They have a few units of slingers, a couple of night runners, and a lot of clan rats. Okay, I think we can deal with that easily enough. I'm not going to take any more than Menace Below, we're just going to rely on the forces we got at our disposal. And I think this will be a good way to end the episode once we fight this battle. So, see you guys down there. Welcome everyone to the battle for the altar itself. Now, what I've decided to do with this battle, in terms of strategy, is basically just swamp the walls with a tide of bodies. Very fitting for the Skaven. Over here on the right side, I've put all my Plague Monks and my Censer Bearers, because they would take the less amount of fire from the towers. Along the front then, we've got all our Clan Rats and so on, and on our left, all our Night Runners are going to be swarming the walls, trying to secure as much of it as possible. Now, given that we outnumber the enemy quite massively, I felt that was a perfectly fine strategy to do. Although we are dealing with certain things, like this, for example, with the Menace Below coming out. But even though, you know, they send in one unit of Clan Rats, we've got 2 units of Night Runners to deal with them. And I'd much think my Night Runners are going to win this. Now, that was a slight annoyance. Their Warlock Engineer used the Scorch ability, if I remember the spell right, to do a bit of damage to my Clan Rats, but luckily they only got their first singed, nothing major to worry about. But they're making their way up onto the walls now, and over here now, Skrolk has managed to make his way up already, and he's just going to go to town. He already sends one body, did you just see that? One Skaven has been sent down, and the other one, looked like chunks of him actually came down. Another one's already here. Wow. Skrolk has already started to go to town, hasn't he? Now we've got other Clan Rats making their way up here. We've got Skrolk coming up to join with his commander as well. We do have a slight issue where these Clan Rats have also spawned up, but we've luckily got a number of different Clan Rats here. We can just send them in after them. So in a minute, you can see I've sent this unit over here to help. These guys are going to be turning around to charge in just a moment. So all in all, nothing for us to really worry about. Now if we head back over to the left side a bit, you can see that we have taken some damage from this unit of Night Runners. Haven't lost that many men, or rats I should say, but we have taken a bit of damage. Luckily though, this unit has started to retreat, which is perfect, and the others have continued to make their way up onto the walls. Now we do have some Clan Rats to deal with, as well as some slaves, but in general I'm really not that fussed. We are easily going to secure the left flank. Back in the middle we do have, you know, again a bit of a situation where I'm bringing in more rats this time now, making sure that that army, or unit I did send from here, actually makes his way over this time. And now they are going to start losing quite decisively, although we're going to experience yet another Scorch, which, luckily for us, did a ton of damage to the enemy unit thanks to bouncing off the wall there. I didn't actually notice that during the battle, but that was amazing to see. But they have now started to retreat, which means we'll be able to start bringing our troops back up onto the walls. We're also continuing the fight, securing the walls ourselves, while the enemy do have a slight advantage, given that their troops aren't as tired as ours are. we are going to have the numerical advantage, and it's definitely going to show throughout the battle. If we head over to the right flank, you can see that our Plague Monks and characters have already secured the right flank. We've got one unit of Clan Rats left, it's just about to waver. Another Scorch, luckily for us, not actually happening. And this was unexpected during the battle. I told them to focus their attention on a unit of Night Runners that was up here initially, and it seems I forgot to tell them not to move, so as you can see, they've ended up now, well, getting attacked by another Scorch spell and deciding to drag themselves up to the wall. Not ideal, but one of those things. Now finally we've got an opportunity to go after that Warp Block Engineer that's been casting those spells. Skrolk has had the honour of chasing him down, and so the two of them are currently dueling. Obviously, Skrolk has got the major advantage, although you wouldn't think that by looking at the fight itself right now. But I'll let him continue that until he starts to waver and retreat. And with our right flank secured, the monks are going to start making their way down here, ready to really just head into any other direction we need, whether it's the courtyard or to try and deal with enemies on this side. We still got some units here though, some Night Runners and that, mainly hanging on, but everybody else at this point is retreating. We've got a unit of Clan Rats making their way back over, but I am going to start bringing in my Night Runners, which with their overwhelming amount of slings are going to really just decimate them when they get into position. But to be honest, it's not going to be needed. At this point now, you can see that the enemy have got some troops left, but we still outnumber them massively, and they're going to start shattering in just a minute or two. So, in fact, you can see the moment right there. The moment they started to shatter, the battle is ours, and we've gained a decisive victory. The Altar of the Horned One, God, belongs to us. So, let's go back to the campaign map and secure our new possession. So there we go. Decisive victory, and the altar belongs to us. Got plenty of food now as well, putting us back into at least normal levels. Very, very good. Let's go ahead now and occupy... Do I... Nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. We'll just go ahead and take it as a level 2. It is a capital mind, so at least we have a walled settlement already. But +1 lead, oh wow, that's a massive improvement. +1, eh? My Siege Master, much, much better, but +1 as it is. That sucks. But we managed to get an extra 2,000 tokens, some extra warpstone. 13th scheme is now ours. But now, assuming... Oh, they already built it. Oh, that's good. So now we can repair that, repair the docks, and we have the opportunity now to start generating warpstone. We are falling a little behind compared to some of the other factions, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. But we've got an opportunity now to catch up. That'll be good. We'll keep an eye out for any other places, and if you guys know of any others nearby, then please let me know in the comments. But I would like to ideally expand out now. Once we've dealt with them, I would like to come down here, start securing this section. I know that there's other places over here, because I've played with Techless in the past. So, like here and here. So, going after maybe the Chamber of Visions in the future, or heading down here to, what's this one called? The Dust Gate. These could all have opportunities for us, something to think about at least. But, yeah, be happy with that. Now, let's spend our money now, upgrade the Warrens. Alright, unfortunately we lost this, we're going to have to send someone back now to deal with that. Thank God we didn't spend anything too expensive there, eh? Right, you're still here. Okay, let's... Oh no, we just about don't have enough money. I would have loved to have got that, actually. But, never mind. For the moment, though, let's upgrade our characters. So now that we've done this, we can get a Pestilent Birth, Magical Reserves, for you. For Skrolk, let's give you... Armor is still pretty good, so let's continue giving now some points in Blade Master. Right, hit enter. We're just going to see what Spittle do next against us. Bear in mind as well, we've got this big stack of Dark Elves heading up towards there, which hopefully would get their attention a bit more than us. But we'll see if there's an army heading our way or not now. Okay. I won't say that's an army, I'd say that's a character. But hey, it'll give us some extra experience if we find them. Alright, got the tyrants heading up here. That's fine, we're not going to worry too much about these rogue armies or anything like that. But attacker force belonging to the World Root Rangers. Tree things roam close, eh? I have no idea where they are, so I'm not going to worry about that. But we're going to end things here for today. So, we know that there are Dark Elves heading up towards the marks of the Old Ones, so it might be in our best interest, even though it's a massive 20 stack as well as the garrison itself, but it may be in our best interest to go after that, the marks now. But otherwise, we're doing okay. We are upgrading our capital. We're going to get the Pox Cauldron so we can get Plague Monks coming in. Eventually, we'll come back and deal with Zotl at some point so we don't have to worry about the rebels. We can actually upgrade our settlements now. Ideally, I would like to have saved up the population points, but given that it'd be better if we try and upgrade this. Let's go ahead and do that. But yeah, I think it's safe to end things here for today. So, as always guys, thank you very much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed, and you do join me next time, of course, for some more Warhammer. But until then, everybody, take care, stay safe, and goodbye for now.